Hello, YouTube. Um, Today, tonight, I am going to be showing you and telling you and giving you tips on how to care for your ball python. So, first, we'll start off with the ball python. That little head right there is Bosch, the red-tailed boa, the ball python. He's about 2 years old. He's around 3.5 feet. He's pretty big. 3.5 feet doesn't sound too big, but I mean, it's big. I would bust him out, but I have a phone. I'm using a phone as a camcorder. But anyways, all right. Let's start off with the substrate. So the substrate I use is Eco Earth. I don't know, I really seem to like it. When I first bought my snakes, I bought this stuff, and it's worked great ever since. People say it molds, but I've yet to see anything like that. You just keep it, you don't even have to keep it wet. I mean, when they're in shed, keep it damp, but keeping it wet is just absurd. You don't need to do that. This is a 40-gallon breeder, and 1 brick of plantation soil covers pretty much most of it. You might want to use like 1.5 because there are some bare spots, as you can see. Well, not really, because my desk is brown and the plantation soil is brown. But I really seem to like the plantation soil a lot, and it really works out, and they seem to like it too, so. Alright, water dish. You want a water dish big enough for your snake to be able to soak. Personally, my snake doesn't ever really soak. In fact, I've never seen the ball python ever really soak. Well, he'll sit in it, kind of, like with like a 1/8 of his body in the water dish, but I mean, that's it. But he will take a drink every now and then. It's actually not rare to see him take a drink of water. So a big enough water dish for them to soak if need be, and deep enough, and fresh water daily. Hides, you want 2 hides, 1 cool side, 1 warm side. I really like these rock caves. They look really cool, and they work really well, and they keep out the light, and I think it helps them stay safe. These half logs are pretty cool. This one's getting a little too small for him. And then a log, you don't necessarily need a log, but it just gives him more things to do and more things to crawl on, so we'll slither on. Okay, heat and lighting. I use just a regular heat lamp, 60-watt bulb. I leave it running from 7 o'clock in the morning to 7:30 at night, but it depends on the daylight saving times and all that, since it gets darker earlier or lighter earlier. I keep it around, the highest it gets over here is probably 90 in the basking spot, which is right here, like in front of the log, or, well, on top of the log. And over here it stays around in the 80s, and I keep an under tank heater under his rock. So whenever he needs to get warm, crawl into the rock. Whenever he needs to get cool, he'll crawl under there or go in his water dish. I have a humidity gauge back there. I keep it around 40 when he's not in shed, and when he's in shed I keep it between probably 50 and 70. And I always spray inside the cave, and I always spray him directly. And he comes out with a clean shed every time, as you can, well, not every time, but because I live in New Mexico and it's extremely dry here. But you can tell he's gotten pretty big. I have temperature gauge over here right now. You never want it at night to get below 70. Right now that reads 75, but that is kind of a little off since it is up in the air like that. I want it to be more lower, but hey, what are you going to do? Put it lower? And then I keep a towel on the top of his tank, a damp towel to keep in the humidity, and a big spray bottle, 32 ounces, works perfectly. Let's pull him out. We'll show you how big he is. Locking lid. You always want to have a lock on your snake's cage, because I have little dogs. Well, I have a little dog, a little Maltese. Shit. Last time I stuck my finger in the cave, he bit the shit out of me. That's him. His name is Bosch, after the captain, or not the captain, the pilot of Firefly. And that show's the greatest show ever, and they should have really ran it longer. This is Bosch. He's totally tame. He's still a little head shy. After the year that I've had him, he's still a little head shy. He's actually really head shy. He's the most head shy of all my snakes. Let's try to pull him out. Show you his size. Yeah, he's a really good snake. He's bit me twice. He's the only snake, well, actually no. He's so ticklish too. Well, that's it. Thanks, YouTube. Thanks everybody on YouTube for watching. Comment if you have any questions. Peace.